Hello everyone, this is me, Yvette Caballes, otherwise known as It's V on YouTube. So I'm a Filipino English teacher currently based here in Japan.
Hi guys, this is Mr. Brian Azarraga. I am a Filipino teacher here of English in Dubai.
Hi everybody, my name is Princess Anne Halasin and I'm currently working here in Victoria, Brazil as an English bilingual teacher.
I'm Erwin Magalona. I currently teach here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA. I'm a middle school teacher.
It's not a game, it's a rage thing.
I work as an ALT or an assistant language teacher. So we work for the public school system here in Japan, and I teach all levels from elementary to junior high school.
I've been teaching here for 13 years now. I started my teaching journey in Dubai way back 2007. But before that, I also did some teaching in China for 2 years, 2005 to 2006. I graduated Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, from Rizal Technological University in Mandaluyong City in the Philippines, batch 2003.
Currently teaching kids ages 4 years old, and here in Brazil they speak Portuguese, so I'm teaching English in a bilingual program working with American teachers.
We currently teach here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA. I'm a middle school teacher. I'm handling intensive global support.
I got this job by applying at Chesham Recruitment Incorporated. It's a recruitment agency that's based in Manila, and because I came all the way from the province of Cebu, I needed to fly in and out of Manila a couple of times for the orientation or when I needed to sort some important documents that I needed for my application.
So after my contract has finished in China, I decided to go here in Dubai. I had a cousin who's working here, so he took care of my visa. And then once I landed here, for 3 weeks, I looked for schools and gave them my CV. But to no avail, international schools way back then, they are not hiring Filipino teachers to teach English, so they're only hiring native speakers at that time. It was very difficult to land a job.
For you to be able to teach here in South America, you must have a bachelor's degree, especially in education, either secondary or elementary, and then you must have 2 to 3 years of teaching experiences, preferably in the classroom setting. But in my case, in my school, they accepted my online experiences as well. And then, you must have the license for teaching because I am applying for a direct hire. So I directly applied for my school here, and then in order for me to be able to come here in Brazil, I have to undergo the processes of Philippine Employment Overseas Administration, or the POEA. And then I must be a registered OFW, and because of that, I had to have a license for teaching.
Here's US for the J1 visa program. It's always gonna depend on the sponsor. Since we're under the cultural exchange program, there are sponsors who allow at least 2 years, and then there are sponsors who require 5 years. So what's the difference? If of course if you have more experience, and then you have more of if you're above the qualification, definitely you're gonna be earning more.
The teaching style, approach, and workload of teachers here are very different from that of the Philippines. As for ALTs, we are either main teachers or supporting teachers because we teach with the presence of a Japanese teacher of English or a Japanese homeroom teacher. The scope of an ALT's job focuses heavily on teaching English and how they can apply it into their daily lives. We are not involved in any form of grading, so in comparison to the workload of teachers back in the Philippines, ALTs are in a much more relaxed working environment. And the ratio of an ALT per school is 1:1, so I'm the only foreign teacher present in the school.
So for my application process, I did not have an agency because way back in 2007, we don't have those things. So what you usually do, you book a ticket, you buy a tourist visa, and then when you're here in Dubai, you try your luck, look for a school, apply, and then if the school likes you, you'll have a demo, and then once they hire you, then they will give you the work visa. So that is the way it went for me. But nowadays, some of my new colleagues, they are saying that they went through a agency in the Philippines and that helped them land a job here in Dubai, specifically in our school. Once I had the experience as a teacher in Dubai, I transferred to an international school. At this point, it was 2013, and they were more relaxed to accept Filipino teachers teaching English. So that's the story behind my journey as an English teacher here in Dubai, and until now I'm working at the same school.
In my case, I search for valid websites, and then I search for different opportunities abroad from different countries. There are a lot of those valid websites, definitely. And then after which I made a one-page resume, and I sent resumes to each of every opportunities, every email that has been posted on the job opportunities. And then it took me like 2 weeks. I got an email from one of the opportunity here in Brazil, and the boss scheduled me for a Skype interview. So I did. I gave her the time in the Philippines and same time in Brazil, and we had a Skype interview, and then I even didn't have a demo, and then she said that, okay, you're hired, please send me some of your documents so that we will process all your visa here in Brazil. And then after that, I waited for my visa in the Philippines, and I also processed my visa here in the Philippines after my visa was, granted, and then I processed my documents in POAE, and then I registered as a OFW direct hired, and then I flew to Brazil.
All the videos that I posted, there are 4 options, no? There are 4 options on how you can apply as a J1 visa teacher. So first, you can have an agency process it for you, and then second, you can do direct to sponsor, because there's a difference between an agency, a recruitment agency, and a sponsor. So for you to be able to get into the program, the Department of State needs to have a sponsor for every teacher, every participant. So you can do agency, and you can also apply directly to a sponsor, or you can do a direct hiring. But at the end of the day, if you do a direct application, you still have to look for a sponsor. And then there's this free sponsorship din. There are sponsors who provide everything for the applicant. And then it's the district who pays for all the processing, for all the sponsorship fees, for all the insurance.
As far as salary, our gross income per month is around 215,000 yen. Roughly, that's about 100,000 pesos.
A teacher trying to land a job here in Dubai for the first time will get an offer from around 3,000 dirhams to around 4,000 dirhams. So that's basically times 14 Philippine peso. But for more seasoned teachers like myself, we can earn from around 5,000 to 8,000 dirhams. So for me, I am on the second bracket, around 5,000 to 8,000 dirhams.
Let me get straight to the point. I am earning 5 to 6 digits in Philippine money, and then that's it.
Annual salary is, for my level, which is level 2, 50 grand.
Teacher benefits includes an accommodation like this. This room is provided by the school, but it is not the same for everybody, because here in Dubai we have two types of visas for teachers, and the visa will determine your benefit. So if you are hired from the Philippines, you will get an overseas visa, and you will get an accommodation like this. You will also have a round-trip airfare every year. You will get it at the end of the term, at the end of the year. And other than that, you also have 2 months vacation, and it is paid. Plus you do have some health card, and it will lessen the cost of consulting a doctor when you're sick, and also discount for medicine. So for local visa, you don't have accommodation like this. You don't have you do have airfare reimbursement, but it is only half. So that's the benefits. Another benefits, being here in Dubai, there are chances for you to travel to countries that you are just imagining to travel in the Philippines. So for myself, I had the chance to travel to mostly visa-free countries. But again, if you are working as a teacher in the Philippines, I think it is not possible to do that, because the salary has a very big discrepancy.
Some of my benefits are I'm receiving a monthly allowance, monthly living allowance for my apartment. And then I'm also receiving a grocery card where the school put an amount every month for my grocery. So whenever I go grocery, I will just have that card. And that's really for grocery only. You cannot convert the amount in the card for cash, only for grocery. So I can say that my grocery here every month is free from school. And then aside from that, when I'm at school, I have free buffet Brazilian lunch, which is so amazing. And then I am having a ticket round trip going home, because the tickets and the flights from Philippines to Brazil is really so expensive. There is no direct flight. So it will cost like 180,000 pesos to 200,000 pesos. So the school is giving me a round trip ticket to go home and go back for vacation, which is so amazing. And then what else do I have? I have my 13-month fee, And I also have, like at the end of the school year, I'll be filing for my tax, and then the government is giving back 50% of that tax that I paid because I am a extranjero or a foreigner working here in Brazil. So that's what they give in return. And a lot more of my benefits, please check out my YouTube channel. Alright?
You're gonna have a simple lifestyle. You're gonna really be able to save a lot. Because especially here in New Mexico, for J1, like generally for J1 visa teachers, the initial 2 years are free of taxes, although we're being deducted with taxes, federal taxes, and then state taxes. During the annual tax submission, we're being refunded for the first 2 years, so 100% full refund. And then we are being deducted with retirement pay. So in parang nagwi-withhold sila for retirement, and then they add money from the district, and then that's after you leave the district, then they give you back your money.
Being a first world country, Japan is known to be one of the world's most expensive countries to be in, and you will be surprised at how expensive things can get here. But you know, it's just a matter of living within your means and changing your mindset. If you're really determined and into saving money, of course you can for sure do it.
So cost of living here in Dubai, it's somewhere in the middle. It's not that cheap, it's not that expensive. So if you're good with handling your expenses, then definitely I think you can save. Things that are cheap here in Dubai are gasoline, jewelry, mobile devices, but the rent for a room is really very expensive here in Dubai. One bed space might cost you 1,000 dirhams. So imagine if you're earning 3,000 dirhams, and then you need to pay 1,000 dirhams because houses are not free here in Dubai. Before, we did not have any VAT, we did not have any taxes, so I think things are cheaper way back then. But now the government implementing having VAT or value added tax, that's additional expenses for us foreign workers here in Dubai.
Okay, now the cost of living here in Brazil is somehow much more, or it's cheaper than in Japan, in Singapore. When you talk about commodities or groceries or food, it's really so cheap. And then when you talk about apartment, it's just the same in the Philippines. And when you talk about clothes, only the clothes and some of the things are expensive. The technologies, the clothes, especially the export materials, are really expensive. But when it's like their own product here in Brazil, it's really so cheap.
Especially here in New Mexico, cost of living is really low. Kasi mostly low-income families yung nandito.
Japanese students are very shy and reserved. They are afraid of using English because they don't want to end up using the wrong pronunciation, wrong grammar, all those stuff. So they have a lot of worries about misusing the language. And it could take a while for them to open up to you, but when they do, they are really all out. They are really sweet and very respectful children, and they really try their best to learn and improve their English.
Here in Dubai. Now, am I satisfied living here in Dubai? I've been here for 13 years now. I had my ups and downs, but Dubai has been my home. Dubai had been very helpful to me, It had blessed me with so many things which I could just imagine having when I was in the Philippines. So I love Dubai. I wish I could stay here forever, but I know someday in the future I will go back to the Philippines. But I am thankful and I have no regrets of spending my 13 years and counting here in Dubai.
You asked me if I'm satisfied with my job. Yes, I'm really satisfied with my job because I am learning a lot of things about their culture, their language, a lot of things about South America, Latin America, and North America because I'm working with Americans traveling. I'm very much satisfied with it and it's so priceless. So I really made the best decision in my life, meeting a lot of foreign friends from different continents. I met friends from Italy, from North America. I also had some friends, during the travel I had some friends from Thailand, Russia, and it's so amazing. And I can say that when you start packing your things and you travel, it will totally change you as a person. It will totally make you think so much open-minded, you know? That's it. And you will really appreciate how beautiful the world is.
Yeah, definitely, of course.
Okay, cool.
Kasi I am lucky to have a very supportive admin. Although my students are all high risk. High risk is equals to high liability. Satisfied definitely.
Anyways, I hope this video has given you ideas, especially to those of you who are eyeing to teach here in Japan. If you want to know more about being an ALT, then I hope you do check out my YouTube channel for more information. This has been V and I hope to see you next time. Bye!
So if you are an OFW or if you are planning to go abroad as a teacher, it is one of the best cities in the world that you can go to, experience life in the desert as you don't know it, because you might think it's just a plain desert, but it is not. And it's a mixture of different cultures, so if you are willing to experience that, I highly recommend that you go and experience living here in Dubai.
Thank you! And guys, if you have more questions, please check out each of these inspiring Filipino teachers in their YouTube channel, okay? And I am, mentioning it in the description box below. Have a great day. Thank you.